All right, Leadheads, welcome back to the Talking Lead podcast. This is episode 236.
Lucky number.
Is that lucky? 236?
I don't know. It is now.
Is that the lottery number maybe for tonight? I need to pick.
I feel like it is. It's the play 3. So if you're getting deep in a lotto and you're on the play 3, do it. 236.
It's sort of like 24/7, but not.
It's 23/6.
Similar but different.
So that's like if you're taking a break from 24/7, you just do it 23/6.
It's 24/7 procrastination style.
Yep.
I like that. That's perfect. So as you guys can hear, we've got a couple of guests joining us this week. Maybe another one. The phone's ringing back there too.
Yeah, we so go ahead, introduce us. That's fine.
So we've got Tim and Chris with Tactical Walls, and this is a first because we've never had both of you on together.
That's true.
And usually you lose Chris's interviews, so
and
it's almost like you've never even had Chris.
So it's like this is Chris's first again. This is your second first.
I like it. I don't get many of those.
So as the Leadhead Nation knows, I lost some interviews during the 2018 SHOT Show. It was day one interviews, and Chris happened to be one of our day one interviews. And it was another awesome interview, but it got the ID10T syndrome, and it's in oblivion. So we're having Chris back on, and luckily Tim was able to join us. So welcome in, guys.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Now, I wish you guys could see Tim. He's looking all dapper, and he's got his beard trimmed, and I don't know, you've done something else different. What else? You put on some weight, maybe? Gain a little weight?
No. Wearing clothes. You're not used to seeing me that way.
Oh, you're not wearing a bow tie. That's what it is.
No. Oh, yeah. Just wearing a T-shirt.
No bow tie or crab legs. So.
Yeah. No crab leg or pizza.
Or pizza. I didn't.
No Domino's pizza.
So, guys, welcome in. Thanks for taking the time. You guys are joining us via Google Hangouts. I haven't done Google Hangouts in probably about 3 or 4 years, so I hope this works for us.
I feel good about it.
I bet it's not since Chris is here. I feel like this one will be lost, too.
So Chris will tell us about a lot of awesome new stuff that you guys are going to be doing, and we're going to get into that. But as always, it takes precedence. I hear the Jackwagon Train rolling in. Gunny, bring that train in.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the Talking Lead Jackwagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right, so I'm going to continue throwing people related to the Florida shooting on the Jackwagon Train here. In particular, and we talked about this last week, as time goes on, more and more is coming out about the Broward County Sheriff's Office and their multiple blunders and failures to act that could have prevented a lot of this. And instead of all these leftist gun grabbers, yelling at them and chastising them and boycotting them, of course they choose to pick the easiest target, the NRA, as the cause and the root of all this evil, which is completely...
It has absolutely nothing to do with any of it.
Has nothing to do with any of it. So, the FBI should have been, part of their boycott. The Broward County Sheriff Department should have been part of that. The mental health institutes down there, all the kids calling and reporting this guy. Somebody should have stepped in. So, there are a lot of people who, the system just failed. And
there were about as many opportunities missed as you could possibly have.
Yeah, and more keep turning up every day. But thankfully, this guy's been to court. I think he's getting charged for 17 counts of murder or something like that, on top of some other things. And as that trial goes, I'm sure even more atrocities are going to come out through failure of, the police department, the federal system, and other systems throughout the whole thing. But I just wanted to continue to remind everyone of what's going on with this. The heat, NRA's taking all the heat, and it's just ridiculous. The NRA should not be taking the heat. Any other gun advocacy groups, they're taking heat as well. These companies that are boycotting the NRA, such as with Delta Airlines, United, Hertz. I just found out one of my favorite shops that I love to go shop at, clothing stores, REI. They're trying to bully their suppliers, Vista Outdoors.
Yep. I thought he was going to say Hot Topic.
Hot Topic. That's my second favorite.
Okay.
But yeah, it really burns me up especially REI, that they're boycotting a company like Vista Outdoors, who, I mean, they own a whole slew of companies. They've got outdoor companies, they've got firearms companies, they've got ammunition companies. But what they don't realize is that the money that goes from the purchase of their products, the firearms and the ammunition, there's an excise tax that they pay on that stuff that goes towards helping preserve land in America. So by them boycotting and not buying and not purchasing, they're hurting themselves. These people they enjoy the outdoors, hiking, canoeing, whatever it may be. They don't realize what they're actually doing and what they're actually boycotting. So, before you just start jumping on a bandwagon, you need to actually do a little research and think for yourself. Like we say on the show, you need to critically think what you're going to do before you do it. So, everybody that I just mentioned is on the Jackwagon train this week. So
that seems like, I guess we'll have a spot on the caboose then. It seems to be pretty full.
No, Gunny's got plenty of room. And I've got another one I'm going to throw on, but I want you guys to go ahead and go with yours, and then I'm going to go for round 2.
Well, to counter that, I guess, or not counter, couple things.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of take it in a reverse order. Of all the different big corporations that are, just doing this kind of crazy knee-jerk reaction and calling for a boycott of another, it's really strange. Even though they're not a competitor, like, why would you want ill will on any other company? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I guess I see if you're a competitor, if like Nike and Reebok, but like the NRA is not in competition with any of these people.
And technically not even a company.
And then not only that, but like changing the age for purchase of firearms. I think it's Walmart and Dick's, now it's not even 18 if you want to go in there and buy a bolt gun.
Yeah, it's 21. Or a shotgun.
21 or a shotgun. So yeah, if you're an 18-year-old man,
you're an adult.
You're a man at that point, but legally you're a man.
By legal definition.
You want to go in there and buy a shotgun, bird gun, bolt gun, whatever. Obviously, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that those guns aren't used for these atrocities as they happen, for one.
Well,
doesn't matter.
Well, they are. They just don't. Those aren't reported.
Yeah. Well, okay.
And those are used more than an AR-15.
Yeah, but the
violent crimes.
The other thing too with that is, but FedEx. So FedEx was one that people were calling for a boycott to FedEx because FedEx does a discount for NRA members.
Right. And
FedEx basically said, "Look, we're not going to do that. Why would we do that to one of our affiliates? Mm-hmm. Why would we, the NRA didn't do anything." So, and then FedEx said, in fact, if you go to the NRA store, you'll see that they use UPS for all their shipping. So I kind of appreciated FedEx standing up, and I kind of wondered if they got a bunch of blowback, how long will they stand strong and have the resolve?
Yeah, because nobody's gonna not use their FedEx, and I mean shipping, as you guys know, it's kind of your lifeline to get your stuff out.
Yeah. So that's why I see it from that perspective. But then the other side, all the way back, so I was going backwards. I'm going back now to the county sheriff. The sheriff himself, that actual sheriff, because the thing happened, and he was on the TV within a day or two, pretty much saying he saw his deputy outside. He saw him take a defensive position, and he kind of threw his deputy under the bus. And that was back when it was just, there was one sheriff on scene. Back before it turns out that there seemed to be 4 sheriffs on scene.
Yeah, there were at least 4 that we found out now.
Granted, he was the first one there. But just the fact that you take one of your, subordinates and just throw them under the bus.
That's solid leadership.
And not wait until the investigation or not even know the circumstances, and maybe there was good reason for him to stay out there. And maybe there wasn't good reason. Maybe he should have been in there. None of us can really say that. But at the same time, as his direct boss, he shouldn't be out there just throwing him under the bus without giving it a little bit of time for some more stuff to come to light.
It's a direct reflection on himself. So
absolutely. Yeah. And then on the incompetence of, there's 1. Oh, now it turns out there's 4, and it just, he's hurting himself.
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. Like I said, every day more and more is coming out. And the fact that this guy has not resigned yet, and he keeps defending the indefensible.
Yep.
He's just.
But there's I guess 2 other things that kind of need to be brought up or could be said here. Mm-hmm. And these last, I saw the statistic and I don't remember what it is, but it's substantial. It's in the high teens or in the 20s. of the last, say, high teens or 20, mass casualty shootings in the U.S.
Mass murders.
What's that?
Mass murders. That's what they are.
Yeah, mass murders. There's a few common threads. There's a few common factors. One of it being the different drugs that the people have been on.
Because they're crazy.
We need to evaluate that, the mental health side of the aspect of it. But then also the vast majority, and I want to say all but one, were the killer turned out to be from a broken home, a home without a father.
Yeah. And
it's not something that's brought up, and it's not something that's talked about.
I talked about that last episode. If you listen to the last episode, you can go back. That was one of the key factors that I'm attributing to a lot of this. So it's a lack of discipline.
It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. It's not a silver bullet. Like if dad's in the home, you won't go crazy.
Pattern. But there's a pattern.
But if you're going to ignore a statistic of that
magnitude,
it's not like it's even 60-40. It's like so far. It's 90 to 95%. There's something there.
But
anyway, that's my I guess that's my jackwagon story. I'll pass it on to Chris.
And so all of that, I had a whole plan for what to say here, but then that reminded me that not only is the NRA not to blame for what happened in Florida, but if you look 4 months ago, and I actually did, a good friend of ours, John Valentine from C4 Combatives, brought this up to my attention. If you look at the shooting that happened at the church in Texas 4 months ago, that one was stopped by an NRA member, which is a whole different narrative, but you don't see near as much about it.
No, you don't see anything about people who are out there defending themselves and others with these firearms.
Yeah, so I just wanted to circle back on that. The main thing that I had planned on talking about for ultimate jackwagonry is these people with the knee-jerk protest, I guess we'll call it. They're inadvertently making SBRs by cutting up rifles on video.
Cutting the barrel down.
Yeah, starting by cutting the barrel. It's amazing. You're now protesting the lack of gun laws by breaking
and explain how they're
the way
breaking
that you
the
hadn't
laws
even
there, Chris.
intended, which is it's just amazing.
So we're breaking up a little bit here, guys. So explain how they're breaking the law there by doing that, Chris.
Right. So I'm sure almost everybody that listens to your show is very familiar with an SBR, but in case you're not, what federal standard is, it's got to be 16-inch barrel on a centerfire rifle to be legal without a tax stamp. If you want to go shorter than that, you have to get, I believe it's a secondary background check. You have to pay the tax stamp fee and there's a huge waiting period on it. So if you just go on video and
unless
cut
you
your
buy a
barrel
Franklin
down,
Arms.
Say again?
Said unless you buy a Franklin Arms.
Oh, right. Unless you buy a weird musket. Yeah.
A musket, yeah.
So that trend is really amazing to me. That is.
But that just goes to show not the education. That's not the right.
You have
word.
people
who are uninformed.
They're trying to legislate out of ignorance, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it is. It's like you say, it's a knee-jerk reaction. It's the they want to do something, something is better than nothing kind of mentality. And what's always been the target in the past? It's been trying to take the guns and regulate more guns. So they think that's the easiest way to do it. It's like, we've never been able to do this in the past, so that's got to be the problem. Well, that's not the problem, and that's why it's, there's been so much resistance to the change and the addition to laws here in the most recent, in the past 5 years since, Sandy Hook really, is that the studies have shown that the firearms are not the problem. It's not the issue. It's society and a whole ball of other things that go, with that. So
what's next? Let's get off this jackwagon.
So next is I got another jackwagon. So Gunny, just hold on a minute.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, that's right. You said you did have another one.
So I got a more on the lighter side. So a Virginia man. So I'm getting to your neck of the woods here because you guys are out in the Virginia area. A Virginia man tried to flee officers by jumping from his car, but it hit him.
But it hit him.
So it said he tried to get away from police officers who were pursuing him, but there was one problem. When he jumped out of his car, it apparently was still in drive, and then the vehicle struck him. The man later identified as Isaac C. Bonsu. You guys know him?
Not a friend.
He's from Alexandria. He was charged with driving while intoxicated. He was not injured in the incident, unfortunately, according to Fairfax County Police. So there's a video of this. If you guys go to, looks like WashingtonPost.com, and then you could Google this. There's the police cam video of it. So they're chasing him, and then he pulls in the middle of the road and stops, opens his door. He doesn't stop. He slows down considerably, enough for him to be able to open the door, and then he tries to run around in front of the car, but the car's still moving, and it knocks him off his feet. Pretty funny.
See, sometimes karma comes through.
Well, again, don't run from the police.
Yep.
I mean, how many times have we said
seems to
that?
very rarely work out.
Don't pull a gun on the police. When they say don't reach for your gun, don't reach for your gun, or they're going to shoot you.
Yeah.
When they say stop. So I thought that was funny, especially since you guys, it was kind of in honor of you from being from Virginia there. So that was
I'm sure nothing like that ever happens in Tennessee.
Oh man, I'm telling you, there's 10 times. That guy was probably a Tennessean. He probably was from Tennessee. They didn't say where he was from. They just said it happened in Virginia.
Are you familiar with the Florida man jokes?
No. What's that?
It's just sort of an ongoing joke where it's this kind of story, except it would say a Florida man, tried to run from police, and they show up, and it seems like people in Florida do a lot of stuff. So Florida man is sort of like a very broad, casted net that covers a lot of people.
Florida likes to party.
It's sort of like Batman. You know how you had Christian Bale and you've got Ben Affleck and you have Michael Keaton and, Val Kilmer and George Clooney. You got all these different Batmans. Well, Florida Man has a bunch of different guys that become Florida Man.
So speaking of Batman, since you brought it up, there's this series, and I just found it, but apparently it's been around for a long time. It's called Badman. B-A-D-M-A-N. Badman.
Mm.
So basically what it is, it's a spoof on Batman, and more specifically the Christian Bale Batman. You know how he's the Batman, he's got that, he changes his voice and his lips.
He talks like this.
His lips are sticking out like this, and I'm gonna kick your ass. Tell me where the Joker is.
Yeah.
So it's a spoof on that. It's hilarious. You got to check it out. Google Badman.
Rachel!
Batman!
Rachel!
Batman!
Not so fast. Riddle me this, Batman.
Riddler, no.
If you aim to give us a shot, we'll riddle you. What are we?
Oh. That is a stumper. Say it again.
If you aim to give us a shot, we'll riddle you.
Batman, it's bull.
No hints. Is it?
You think the answer to my riddle is buh.
I heard Rachel say.
Don't worry about what she says. Worry.
Helicopter.
All right, now what did I say that would make you think helicopter?
That's what you said. If your aim is to, I have no idea. Man, I'm just shooting in the dark.
Listen, if you aim
With a gun.
to give us a shot, we'll riddle you.
With little pieces of metal that are called.
What are they called? What's gonna come out of the gun?
Injustice. The tools of cowards and criminals.
Are you serious right now? Because I've got about 10 more of these riddles that are way harder than this one. This is like just to introduce the concept of me riddling you.
I got it. It's you. You're riddling me.
In this context, the word riddle doesn't mean a joke or a brain teaser.
Sometimes words have different meanings, like the word bat could be an animal or a baseball bat.
I'm a bat.
You're not a bat.
Is the answer a small boy's Sunday trousers?
No.
Is it Invisalign braces?
For real, what do you even see in the sky?
Honestly, I don't know right now.
Is it a bag of steel-cut oats?
Multiple choice.
Great idea.
What comes out of a gun? A, bullets.
That sounds good to me.
What are B and C?
There is no B and C.
No B and C? It's a trap. Lucius, I need help.
Of course.
It's a riddle.
Go ahead.
If you shoot and aim, I'll riddle you.
Is it helicopters?
Right? That's what I said.
It's bullets!
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 Riddles with bullets! It's a common expression!
Okay, wait. How could a bullet riddle me? It doesn't have a mouth.
Oh my God! I told you the riddle. The answer was bullet. You were supposed to say bullet, then I was gonna shoot you. Like this.
If you're gonna tell riddles, you shouldn't give away the answer. Totally ruins the fun. You wanna ride?
No,
I took the Batwing.
I think I can find my own way home.
You sure? The sky is beautiful tonight.
Batman, what's going on?
Yeah, call it off. I'm pretty sure it was a helicopter. This guy just didn't want to admit I got so fast.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
He's not on the jackwagon, though.
No, he's on the funny wagon. It's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah. So the jackwagon train, it's time to roll it out. Gunny's hauling it off there. It's left the station. We're talking normal stuff now, doing our normal squirrel. But let's talk tactical walls.
I know those guys.
What's new and exciting in the world of concealment furniture, guys?
I think there is some new stuff in the concealment furniture, but what's really exciting is the non-concealment stuff that we've kind of ventured into with our MODWall system.
Yeah, so the MODWall, that's something you guys came out with last year?
Yep. Last year at NRA is when we officially released it. So it's been just about a year, a little shy. And it's done really well. And it's just given people a nice, clean, organized way to display guns, armor, helmets, ammo, accessories, etc.
Yeah.
Like if you have that man room, you have vault room, safe room, etc.
It's a nice display for anything you want to display in your or organize.
Exactly.
Great organizational tool.
Yeah. What helps you visualize what you stuff? You know, we all get this stuff, and over the years we accumulate so many different things, and you stuff it in a box. It's in a case. It's in a nylon bag. It's under your bed. It's in the dresser drawer. It's just everywhere.
It looks like my
so
office.
It looks like that exactly. So it just gives you a way to put it on display and store it, and you can kind of take a quick visual inventory. You know what's where, and oh yeah, I haven't shot that gun in a while, and oh hey, I ought to clean this and whatnot.
Also, I'm impressed you're wearing pants.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah. It is cold here today.
Right.
It's like 34.
But MODWall, that's our. I guess it's not new. It's like you said, it's been around a year, but it's one of the things that we're still developing.
Yep.
And we've gotten a lot of feedback from folks now that's been out there. And what's cool for the customers is it's expandable. So you can buy a small pack to get started and see how it works in your situation. You know, if you've got a little room you clean your guns on, or you work on your guns, or workbench, and then you can just add to it. It's expandable. So you can just start out small, and then as you can, you just add to it. Just like your gun collection. Start small and it just grows.
And you could easily cut it to fit smaller spaces too.
Yeah,
so
it's easily modifiable.
Rip it down, make it fit where you need it to fit.
Now, are you guys are you offering designer colors in this yet?
No. We're not even gonna.
Designer black,
it
right?
It can be done, but it's like Henry Ford said. You know, we'll do it in any color as long as it's black.
Yep.
If some it would take, you have to buy thousands of pounds of this material, thousands and thousands of pounds to get it in a custom color. So that takes a really big job. So not really, no.
So what kind of material are you putting over it? What is that?
It's a high density polyethylene, so it's nice. It's softer than anything on your firearm. You know, if you got aluminum firearm, you know, lower or upper, this is a softer plastic. It's a rigid plastic, and it's non-reactive to solvents or lubricants or anything. So it doesn't matter what you spill on it. It's not going to melt it. It's not going to affect it in any way.
Cool. So when you say it's modular, what's the standard size that it comes in?
So the standard pack is 2 panels. Each panel is 22 inches tall by 48 wide. So essentially a 4x4 square.
Okay.
When you put the two together. And then depending on which pack you go with, couple rifle hangers, couple pistol hangers, some of the magnet attachments, shelf. And then if you go with the bigger pack, you also get body armor and helmet. Anybody who's got, some, like if you've got multi-strike rifle plates, those things are heavy and they're hard to display in an organized fashion. So it gives you a really nice, easy way to do that.
Now, when you say that these things are modular, they're not just for the house, right? You can put them in other things too, right?
We've had people put them in vehicles. They weren't designed. They are designed to work on a standard 2x4 wall, framed 16 on center, just like the other Tactical Walls wall products. Mm-hmm. But we have had people modify them and use them in vehicles, in mobile trailers, connexes, stuff like that. So it's modular in the sense that you can expand on it. It's like, think about Legos. You get that little green floor pad and you build your little Lego house on it. And then you can get another little green floor pad and paste it right next to it. And you can just continue to make a bigger and bigger environment.
I wish I invented Legos.
Well,
can you imagine?
I wish you did too.
A little box of Legos. A little box of Legos, like a, 24-piece box is like, what, $50 or something? It's ridiculous. The reason I know this is I bought my nephew some for Christmas. And I was like,
you went in the store and you got shocked and like...
I was like, holy shit, these are just Legos.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not building a real house here. Come on. Seriously, if you were to build a Lego house, it would be like 5 times more than building a real house. It's ridiculous. So
I kind of want to see that house, though.
There's probably one at Disney World. They make everything else out of Legos,
Yeah, they've made a lot of crazy things out of Legos. So anyway, that's MODWall. That's Lego. When you think Lego, think MODWall from Tactical Walls. That's what you need to be. That's the takeaway from this conversation.
Now, with your walls, you have different sort of attachments to hang things with too. Yep. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we've got and for most of them, what we're using is the MODWall. So we've got AR-15, AR-10, AK. All of those are magazine shapes. You just drop the rifle right onto it in the MODWall, and it sits nice and pretty and faces either direction, left or right. We've got double-step pistol hangers. Probably a single stack coming in the relatively near future.
Yeah, it gives the illusion that your rifle is just kind of floating right off the wall.
Exactly. Just really nice, clean presentation. And then we've adapted our hide-a-mags as well. So then you're just slapping the slide of the pistol up against it, and that really is floating right against the wall.
So talk about that. Talk about your hide-a-mag for those who aren't familiar.
Okay. The hide-a-mag is our small magnetic bar. It's a rare earth neodymium magnet, and it's very incredibly strong. So that can be used not only in your home, under a nightstand or behind the toilet or behind your headboard or in a closet or in a kitchen cabinet. Or it can be used in a vehicle, under the dash or on the center console.
Under your desk at work. Yeah. Anywhere being holstered is not comfortable or realistic. It's a great way to stage a pistol kind of out of sight, but super, super accessible.
Right. Now, you guys will be able to fill your demand on those now that you're getting your magnets back.
That's right.
We had a magnet situation, so now we're doing well again.
So Marty, he managed to end up with an entire box of magnets after it was IV-88, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The IV-88 in Georgia. Yeah.
We offered him a hide-a-mag after he ran the shoot house, and he got an entire box of magnets.
Oh, just grabbed the whole box, waved and said, "See you later."
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, did it not? I hope it didn't fry any electronics or anything like that.
No, I had no idea what it was until several weeks after, because you're like, hey, just grab something out of the thing there if you want anything. So I just grabbed that box because it was the first thing on the top. I had no idea what it was. I was like, damn, this is heavy. I wonder what this is. This is gonna be good. So finally, after a couple of weeks later, I opened the box to see what it is, and I'm taking the stuff out, and so there's this big metal sheet on the top of it. There's styrofoam all around. So I open it up. I get the metal sheet off. And then there's these bricks wrapped in paper. And I'm like, ooh, what does this look like? This is like cocaine or something. What are these guys getting into here? So,
then you immediately broke all your fingers from the magnets.
And then, yes, as I started taking it apart, I didn't realize they were magnets because you had them separated and divided. And as I'm taking it apart, one of them did snag my ring finger. And I was like, oh, shit. But I continued to take it apart and see what was in the box. And then I actually tried to figure out what I could make with this. So I was like, what is this?
Those when they come back together, they're pretty unforgiving on a finger.
Yeah, so I was like, is this some sort of a target system or something they've developed? I don't know what this is. So I had to call you. I was like, hey, what is this supposed to be? And you're like, it's a mistake.
It's supposed to be several something else's.
Yeah. So 6 months later, they're getting their magnets back.
Did you ever get anything for real though for running the shoot house, or you just got like a blood blister?
I just got a big old blood blister, which was fine. I got a big old grin and satisfaction of running through the shoot house.
So
awesome.
As far as other new things to get back on that topic,
yeah,
we've updated our website a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we've got what we call the bargain bunker.
Yep.
Ooh.
So every now and then we're able to put some stuff in the bargain bunker that
So you guys go to tacticalwalls.com as he's talking about this now.
Yeah, go check out tacticalwalls.com and check out the bargain bunker.
It's going to be all the way to your right.
There may or may not be something in it. It's just it's not an ongoing all the time thing, but
right now it's pretty hot. There's so we had an overrun of a specific shelf we made for a private customer. And so the rest of those are on there at deep discount under the Chesapeake collection. Our brand new rustic shelf is in there. We just made a couple to kind of test them out. Those are really cool if you have kind of a more rustic, sort of like log style home.
Mm-hmm. You got a hunting cabin or lodge or something like that.
Yep. And then lamps. We actually are discontinuing the lamps, so those are on closeout. So real good deals if you're happy with Cherry, because it's about all we have left.
Are you going to come out with a new lamp?
No, not at the moment. No, we've just been, we've been at this now for 5 years,
mm-hmm.
and our product catalog has grown over the years, and we've added, different things. We've gone from our full length mirror was the original product. That's our flagship product, the 1450.
Mm-hmm.
And we've added the shelf line, and we've added a whole bunch of other things with tables, lamps, and clocks, and issue box, and on and on and on. But we basically just stepped back and said, look, we got to focus a little bit. So we want to change some of the stuff we're doing so that we can bring in maybe some new things.
Yeah.
So let's take some of the resources that we would use to make lamps, and instead let's refocus that energy and time and put it into something else. So that's where this log shelf, this rustic log, we listen to our customers.
Mm-hmm.
We go to a show and we hear a lot of times, this would be great for my home, but I live in a log cabin, so I can't cut a hole in my wall. It's not very easy.
Right.
So it's like, what would work in your home? A really nice looking shelf that looks like a log, And so we're just listening to customer feedback and trying to take action on that.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the rustic rifle shelf right now. It looks great, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's all lodgepole pine face right now.
Very cool. So that was just kind of like a limited run thing that you did on that?
Exactly.
And again, if our customers enjoy that, and if it seems like it's going well, we'll keep it around for a while. There's no reason to not.
Yeah. So I was thinking on your back to your shelves, your MODWall.
Yeah.
If you could come up with an adapter that would hold wine bottles, so people could display their wine. I'm serious. I think that would be a huge seller, man. Because people are really into wine,
It's
they
true.
love displaying their wine.
It's funny. We're actually working with Rob Pincus a little because he's going to have MODWall on one side and a wine rack on the other.
Okay, well there you go. It makes perfect sense that it would be Rob too.
Spoiler alert, Rob. Sorry.
That's all right. I'm always coming up with good ideas. I think I probably told him about it.
Probably. I'm going to give you credit either way from now on.
Okay, I appreciate that. Is there anything coming that you guys can talk about? Anything new? Because we got SHOT Show coming up. Are you guys going to Big 3?
SHOT Show coming up? What are you talking about, SHOT Show coming up?
Not SHOT Show, I mean NRA. We got Big 3 coming up. We got NRA.
We're not going to make it to Big 3 this spring. We will be at NRA. We got a nice big booth there at 20 by 20. I see the Antares Alliance. We're going to be back to back with Frontier, which is awesome.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, those guys are great.
How close are you going to be to Eagle Imports?
Don't remember.
No, I don't have.
They're 5921.
Oh, we're going to be like, I can't remember how close.
We're going to be that close is how close we're going to be.
The things I know for sure are Frontier is our next door neighbor. We're actually going to take down part of the partition and basically make a little campus between our booths.
I heard that. That's going to look awesome, man.
Yep. And then I think right across the aisle is Prime Ammunition.
Mm-hmm. So y'all are going to do a little something together?
I heard a rumor there might be a giveaway.
Ooh, very nice.
And actually, speaking of giveaways, we're doing one right now with Tactical Distributors, RE Factor, London Bridge Trading Company, Magpul, and a few others.
Oh, okay.
So I know.
How do they go and take part in this?
Get on any of our Instagrams, and everybody's got a link to it.
Also, we have a mailing list.
Yep.
So if you want to subscribe to the email list,
the announcement actually just went out. I saw it come across
for some updates. You can check us out. That's on the website too.
Well, do tell about
Yeah, the mailing list is where everybody gets first crack at
anything new,
anything limited, discounts, etc. We usually do the mailing list announcement, and then the next day social media will hear about it. So that's definitely the place to get the freshest information.
Very cool. And you go to tacticalwalls.com to do this, leadheads. Well, very cool. So, guys, let's do this. I want to thank our sponsors real quick, everybody that makes this show possible. And then we're going to cut into some 2018 SHOT Show interviews, and then we're going to come back with you guys, and we're going to wrap up the show.
Perfect.
So, guys, again, make sure you thank those and take care of those who sponsor the show, that make this show possible. Right On USA, the official optics of Talking Lead. Check them out at rightonusa.com, and make sure you check out their new Gen 2 line of optics that they came out with this year. And we're going to be talking more with those guys at SHOT Show. I keep saying SHOT Show. NRA. We got NRA coming. I can't get over SHOT Show. High threat concealment for all your bodily concealment needs. Like Tactical Walls has the home furniture concealment. High Threat Concealment has everything you need to carry your guns, your ammo, all your gear on a belt, nicely tight, secure, low profile. HighThreatConcealment.com. And they've also come out with some things for your dogs, for your pets. So check out that new line of products they have there as well. X-Steel Targets.
X-Steel Targets.
AR-500 steel targets are probably the most rewarding and what's the word I'm looking for, guys? When you hit that AR steel target, there's just nothing more satisfying than the sound.
Oh man, that ring, that's letting freedom ring.
There you go. That's perfect. I love that. Letting freedom
I feel
ring.
like that's got to be somebody's slogan. You're probably going to get hit with a class action now or something.
I don't know. I've not heard it yet. Or maybe we should just go ahead and trademark that. I like that.
I feel like that's trademarked. It's got to be.
But the ring of freedom,
anyway, not to jump on,
comes into play because they're made in America. AR-500 steel targets from X-Steel Targets. They've got a full line for competition shooters, for you law enforcement, military, for just the everyday shooter that likes to go out there and plink. You can shoot all the way up to 50 BMG with these targets and not have anything to worry about. And if there's a target there, you're looking around, you're like, they don't really see anything of that fits my needs. Get in touch with Bud, and he can custom make a target just for you. XSteelTargets.com. Modern Spartan Systems don't just clean and lube and oil your guns, optimize them with Modern Spartan Systems line of products. And have you guys heard me talk about the TVT engine oil additive that they have? Well, you're going to hear me talk about it now.
Is he down at Big 3 talking about this thing? Is this? No?
Yeah,
okay.
you were. I think you guys were down there. Yeah,
we were there fall. We did see that.
Yeah, so they actually, the generators down there crapped out, and they put the Modern Spartan Systems TVT engine oil additive in those, and those things started right up, got them going again. The old lead sled, she's over like 320,000 miles now. Knock on wood. I need to put some tires on her before I make that trip back down there to the Big 3 in Florida, but still kicking with the TVT engine oil additive from Modern Spartan Systems.
Nice.
VANQUEST, which I think that's going to be one of our interviews that we're going to be doing this episode. We had Alex from VANQUEST join us and talk about some new backpacks that those guys have come out with for the 2018 season. So
and everybody better listen to Alex's interview because he's the nicest guy in the world.
Alex is awesome, and we did a live video while we were there also, and you guys can go check out that video where we're actually showing you this pack and all the stuff that it can do.
I carry a VANQUEST Falconer every day.
I've got a VANQUEST. I don't remember the name of it, but I use it all the time as well.
Is it the messenger bag?
No, I've got the.
Oh, you got the Ibex.
The big, I guess that's what it is.
Oh, the big backpack?
Yep. And I've used that thing for so much. And, you know, the stuff has got insulation. It's got like, and padding, I guess it is, inside. I've used it as a sleeping pad before. Open it the whole way up. It butterflies open. It folds down. And I mean, and I'm not even kidding. It is a serious pad.
Yeah, no, I love their stuff. I'm a big fan. The design is solid. And they're all nice guys except for Mike. He's just okay.
Except for Mike.
Well, he's fine.
He's just okay.
He's adequate.
So you're going to hear from Alex here coming up. So check them out, vanquest.com. Kel-Tec, they were the official Leadquarters for the 2018 SHOT Show for Talking Lead. And they're the ones that are bringing you all these awesome interviews that we've been pouring out the last couple of months and will continue for the next month or so. We did like 30 or 40 interviews during SHOT Show.
Nice.
It was crazy.
I heard a rumor about it.
I heard one of them got deleted or erased or lost. I don't remember which it was.
1 or 10 got deleted. 1776 United, the official swag for Talking Lead. You can go to 1776united.com. And we've got our patches out, ladies and gentlemen. The Leadhead Brigade patches are out and available. You can go to 1776united.com and get those right now. And then, of course, the Leadhead Brigade T-shirts. Those are new. Those are out. And if you're old school and you just want to get the old classic Talking Lead T-shirt, guess what? You can get it there. 1776united.com. Glock. How did you forget Glock? You guys
company.
You guys just made a post on your Instagram with like 3 or 4 Glocks in one of your shows.
One of their guys stopped by, real nice guy, and he took out his display case, which was awesome. We got a bunch of pictures with the 19X and a bunch of different things, and very, very cool.
You mean this gun?
Yeah, that little guy right there.
Yeah. Love the 19X, man. So this is what I've been carrying since the Gen 5 19 came out. And that's when I switched from 40 to 9mm when they came out with their Gen 5 19. So I'm officially a 9mm guy now. I still love the 40. So, you know, I'm not hating on the 40. You guys that hate the 40, yeah, there's a lot to be said for that round. But I did convert over to the 9. I love it. The 19X with the 17 frame and the 19 slide, it's absolutely beautiful. I've been carrying it now for almost 3 months, and I carry appendix, so concealed carrying it appendix style. You think that extra, what is it, about an inch, I think, between the 19 and the 17 as far as the grip goes? I haven't noticed it at all. That's what I'm going to continue to conceal carry. Love the 19X. Glock.
We need to give a shout out to the Enforce on there too. I love Enforce lights.
Oh yeah, Enforce. Yeah, did you notice that? Good catch. So yeah, I'm rocking the Enforce, and I've got my high threat concealment holster custom made for the 19 with the Enforce light.
Yep. For inside the waistband there.
Inside the waistband. Muzzle my goods. us.glock.com. And they also have a full line of Glock swag. So if you want to live that Glock lifestyle, they've got some awesome clothes there. I just got a Glock shooting jersey. Love it. It's very comfortable. I actually work out in it.
I think appendix carry is the largest and best endorsement that anybody could ever give any pistol manufacturer.
For safety.
Just knowing that, you know, all right, I trust you. I know you're going to work. You're going to do what you need to do.
Right. It's not going to go off unless I put this there and do that.
Yep.
Put the booger hook on the bang switch and it goes bang. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything. It's just
be mindful of your reholster.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I use a high threat concealment holster.
There you go.
Yeah. And then I always like to thank our buddies over at Asymmetric Technologies for hooking us up for our travel and lodging at the 2018 SHOT Show. Brian over there and the crew. Love those guys. Thanks so much for making SHOT Show happen for us each year. And then here's a couple of more. I gotta thank a couple more people. This is like the Academy Awards.
Hey, except more people probably listen to this than watch the Academy Awards.
I hope so. So as you guys have heard the last couple episodes, been trying to get some people to take part in some of our nonprofit organizations. And I'd like to thank Palmetto State Armory for stepping up, Eagle Imports, No Sweat. You guys heard of No Sweat? So No Sweat are those headliners or hat liners. So you put them inside your hat, and they keep the sweat from staining the outside and
making it all gross.
Yeah, making it all gross. Another company Mike Sedini's a part of at Eagle Imports over there. Those guys have donated some stuff. Right On USA, hooking us up with some scopes. We've got the Sheepdog Impact Assistance Heroes Gala coming up next month. And we're going to be cutting Lefty's hair. So we're actually going to auction off the opportunity to cut my hair. And with that, we're going to have a couple of packages that are going to have guns and scopes and some other things involved with that too. So you guys
you're cutting the hair off of your package? You're breaking up there a little bit.
Was I breaking up for you guys?
So I heard you're cutting the hair off your package or something.
So I'm cutting my hair. I grow my hair out and I donate to Hawks Locks for Kids. This time we're going to make it a big extravaganza, and we're going to raise some money instead of just cutting it and donating it to Hawks Locks. We're going to get some additional monies raised for Sheepdog Impact Assistance.
That's cool.
Sheepdogia.org, and they're having their annual gala event coming up next month. So we're going to be there, and we're going to auction off the opportunity to cut my hair. And there's going to be I think we're going to get some Benchmade knives in that package as well. And then they get to come up and actually cut Lefty's hair, a lock of my hair. So that's going to be a fun time. And I want to thank all the people who have been donating for that and making that possible. So that being said, I want to go ahead and get into these interviews, and then we're going to cut right back and get into a little more with Chris and Tim. So roll that beautiful bean footage.
Not sure you can even do that,
Well, I try, but yeah, it doesn't always work.
He's like, boy, I'd like to see what you film before you put it on the air. So lots of people would.
We definitely
not
need to do
happening.
it live on this one if we can.
Yeah. We'll go
Let's
live.
do that. You all right if we go live too?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me figure out. There it is.
Checkity check. Mike. Have sound.
Welcome to Shooting Gallery, coming to you this week from Mars.
From Mars. How's the podcast doing?
It's doing great. I mean, it's the tail that wags the dog.
Yeah.
1 hour. Now it's 1 hour a week plus 15 minutes of video.
Oh, wow.
And you know what happens when you add 15 minutes of video? It's
Crazy.
like a full day of post.
Uh-huh.
You get it pushed out the door,
Yeah.
Can I Facebook tag? What tags would you like? Do you have any? Outdoor channel?
Outdoor channel.
Yep.
Tag Outdoor channel. Tag Michael Bane. All one
Downrange
word.
Radio?
Yeah, do downrange TV. Is where we
TV?
need
You want to do the TV?
Downrange TV, because that links to everything pretty much.
Okay. Oops. If I could spell properly, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
down is tough. You can't.
TV is hard.
TV. That's a T. It's instead of. It's going.
Two letters.
Going good, man. It's just.
Are you traveling a lot? Well, here, let's wait. We'll talk about it on the show.
Sorry, give it to me one more time. What was it?
Downrange TV.
Downrange TV.
So we got a lot to talk about. We've not talked in a long
year?
time. Yeah, it's been over a year. Yeah.
Doesn't it fly? I mean, it doesn't
was a
seem
good
that
time,
long.
too.
It was a good time,
Enjoyed that.
That's kind of a neat facility down there, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I actually got one of our buddies hooked up with that, and he uses it for their training for their special operations group now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But plus, you get to train with alligators, and that's like a huge plus. No alligators
Maybe you get
at
to eat 'em every now
FTW.
and
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Alligator bits. Hi, sweetie.
You want to sit down? There's a seat over here. Yeah, come sit down. Take a load off.
Take a load off.
Yeah. I imagine.
This is Denise, my sweetie.
Hey, Denise. I'm Marty.
She,
Nice to meet you, sweetie.
She runs my production company. She's the only one who actually knows what
She
goes
knows
on
what's
in my
going
production.
on?
I have no idea. I mean,
So
tells me
she's
what
the
to
real
do.
deal.
Yes, she's the
I
real
got
deal.
There you go.
I'm just the pretty face. Look at all the makeup.
I'm telling you,
I don't
man.
see how women wear it. I had a
Gorgeous.
photo session. I'm like claw it off your skin.
I tell you what, between your hair and my beard, we are unstoppable.
Well, out of the way.
You're like a tsunami. You're unstoppable, baby.
Wait, we would be a gray tsunami, right?
We would. Yeah.
You could be the white tsunami.
It's another great band name.
Gray Tsunami.
Gray Tsunami. I like it.
That is. I like that.
Man.
Are we live?
So much genius going on.
We
are
doing
live.
this live? All right, guys.
Okay,
So
we are live.
Let us introduce our next guest. This is the Chad and Marty Show. Talking Lead, broadcasting live from the Kel-Tec booth. This is the official lead quarters of the 2018 SHOT Show, and our super special guest star now, Michael Bane, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
I want to hear like applause. And
Yeah.
people standing up and cheering. That's the very least we can do.
If the internet had a volume, you could hear everybody cheering right now. So
it's good to see you, Marty.
welcome
it's been a
in.
while, man.
It has been. You and I did a course last year.
It's
been over a year ago. We took a little Israeli Defense Forces course with our good buddy Mikey.
Mikey Hartman. I like the targets that bled.
Yes, the
Triumph.
Thank you,
Those
Chad.
Triumph
Yes.
splatter targets.
Yeah.
You know,
Those
when
are the
you
best.
hit it, you just want to see something happen. And green blood is 100%.
Green blood coming out of a simulated Haji. Yes, it was awesome.
I have to tell you, for one of my shows for Best Defense, we did a big terrorist sim this year. We rented Terminal A of Kansas City Airport, and which has been demolished since. And but we did
That's cool.
a machete.
I tried to fly
terrorist
in there.
attack.
It didn't work so good.
You just have to land on the rubble.
Yeah.
It's a little bumpy.
If you think green blood is great, you should hire the Walking Dead blood people to do
No.
your FX.
You got
I
those
bet.
guys out there?
Oh, what you get is happy goth girls with purple hair and a little
Right.
bit of a sketchy attitude who like blood way too much.
Oh my gosh, man, that's awesome.
But there's a moment when Michael Janet's machete comes sailing out of the air and it hits this guy's neck and they pop the pressurized blood.
Right.
As all of a
Big
sudden
splatter.
blood is everywhere. But my favorite thing is I did my closing on the show. I walked through an ocean of blood. I'm like, and then I stood there and did the opening. And so far,
did they have the sound effects of you going?
it was a sticky kind of.
Oh, that is cool. So where can people go see that?
It will be on down. It'll be. I'm sorry, I have the shows.
You've got so many shows.
It'll
man.
be on the Best Defense. It's running now. It'll probably
Best
be out in
Defense.
2 weeks on Outdoor Channel.
Okay.
And we're really proud of it. And what we're trying to do is teach people stuff, but you got to get their attention to teach them.
And what better way than
Yeah.
zombies?
Yeah.
You know, the apocalypse.
Machetes, and like I said, they're wonderful blood people. If you ever need somebody like on radio, it's
I don't know if I
not
could
as
afford
much,
the Walking Dead the special effects guys or not, but
I love the sketchy attitude description.
maybe they'll
That's
cut me a
perfect.
break being Talking Lead.
I asked one of the women. I said, I just have to ask you this. I mean, because you like blood, and she says things like, that would look a lot better if his head was lying in a pool of blood. And I said, does your boyfriend or your girlfriend sleep easily at night? She goes, no, not really.
I don't have a boyfriend anymore.
Which one?
Yeah. Either or and.
She's like, I'm in the market for a new head. I mean, boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I would wear something around my neck, just so when the knife came down, it would slow it a bit.
So you are a busy man, without a doubt. You've got how many shows now that you're?
I'm producer on 4 shows on Outdoor Channel, and I have like 2-3 productions on the internet. I have
2,
no
3,
life.
4, 5. I mean,
you just keep moving.
The
and
busiest
you got the
man in the
podcast.
business.
The podcast every week. It's a tail that wags the dog.
Yeah.
We had a
Downrange.
video part of the podcast. I have a separate shooting gallery show. My flagship shooting gallery. 18th season is running.
Congratulations.
18th season.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Thank you so much. When I started it, all these 16 years ago, I thought if I got 2 seasons, it would be the greatest scam of my life. I got a shooting show where people give me a budget for ammunition.
Right?
Wow.
And now,
You're like, how's this happen?
after 18 seasons, now I say things like, I really need to go to Africa. You guys are cool with that, right? And they're like, yeah, right. Whatever you need, Michael.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever.
And I really need to take my friends Marty and Chad.
Chad, right?
No,
I got
it's
these 2 new guys.
It's just great. I mean,
Congratulations! Oh,
Thank
seriously,
you.
man,
That's great,
that is
yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Applause.
and especially in the way the industry and the environment is today, to have a show going that long. I mean, that's kudos to you, brother.
thank you. I mean,
Yeah, that's got to be a record for the industry.
I would think so,
It actually
yeah.
is. And the really funny thing is that even in real television, I'm now into soap opera area.
No way.
A show that's lasted this long.
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our
General
Lives.
Hospital.
What's that actress?
I mean, so I've heard. I've never seen those.
The one
shows,
that never got
never
the
wins
award.
the award. Yeah, what's her name? Susan's.
My
Susan
sweetie
Lucci.
watches Days of Our Lives, and so when I'm eating lunch, I sit there and watch it, and I've now kind of gotten into it. You know, is he really dead, or is he going to come
I'll
back?
edit that out. No.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
No
kidding.
guns. They do terrible gun handling on soap operas. You just
Yeah.
want to say, you know, if you aimed it, there's a chance he would die.
Yeah.
As opposed to just pointing.
But it's funny. It's fun to watch because it's so funny. You know, it's fun to make fun of that kind of stuff. And watching The Walking Dead, picking that apart, you know, with their mechanics with the firearms, and it's like, who do they get as their gun guy here?
Funny story. I mean, we work a lot with independent studio services in California.
Mm-hmm.
They're the guys that get the guns in the movies. Like Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers. If you need an army's worth of guns, this is where you get it.
Yeah.
And so because I do gun stories with Joe Mantegna, I produce that show. So I've been out on the Criminal Minds set.
Nice.
And I was out there one day, and their armored trainer is there. And he goes, before you say a word to me, I want you to know that I fully understand that the behavioral mind unit doesn't kick doors. So, listen, dude, I understand that if the director tells you that they're going to come down from Mars, that's the way it's going to go.
That's the way it's going to happen.
The director says it, and you do it. And he goes, oh, good. I thought you were going to give me a lecture on firearms. I said, you're a Marine. You know, you were Special Forces. I'm not going to tell you about firearms. I understand directors, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, you got some experience, so, you know.
So that's
not to be taken lightly.
I do actually love, like, when I'm out there with Hollywood and talking to those people, because you get these great stories that then they tell you that if you tell it on, like, the air, you'll never work again in this town. You'll never have lunch in this town
I was just
again.
about to ask you.
Great story, but don't tell it.
What about the off-camera stories about a lot of these guys are gun owners, gun lovers, but they can't tell you that. They can't tell anybody
I once
about
went to an event in L.A. I got invited to it. It was called Sons of Abe. And I'm like, what is it? And they're like, it's conservative people in the movie and the television industry. I said, oh, that'd be kind of cool. And they're like, the first rule of Sons of Abe is just like Fight Club.
Nobody talks about
Nobody talks about it.
And we don't air it.
You can never say who was there. And I'm like,
yeah.
Wow, that's so creepy.
Yeah.
You know, that they're so afraid
the
of
Illuminati, yeah.
You know what I love about you're familiar with Taron Butler, obviously.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest
Good
shooters
friend
of all
for
time.
a long time.
I love that he's dragging some of these celebrities out of their gun closets, literally, and getting them out to the range.
And saying it's safe. It's okay to come out.
That's right, yeah. And teaching them stuff, you know, teaching them about safety and how what being a firearms owner is really all about. It's not all the stuff you read about in the media and everything.
Which is true. And it's one of the things I like working with Joe Mantegna. It turns out Joe Mantegna shot IPSC in the old days.
Oh, yeah.
In the very beginning of IPSC, he shot at Southwest Pistol League.
Wow.
And when I reached out to him and said, I want you to do this show, I told him, I said, listen, it's going to ruin your life. You're not going to be invited to any A parties anymore. It's over. You're never going to see a decent
done,
party
kid.
again. And he looked at me and he goes, I have a star on the walk in Hollywood. To hell with it. I'm like...
Yeah.
And plus,
I've made my mark, baby.
He's just like he's a gun guy. The first time he went to SHOT Show,
I've heard a lot of people. It's like he's a really
I walked down the floor with him, and he goes, "You think you can get me a good 1911?" I said, "You're a star. We can make it rain 1911 if you want."
Might I remind you, you have a star in Hollywood on the Walk of Fame, of course.
But he's a real gun guy. I mean, he loves them. He loves we walked around yesterday. Joe and I walked around. And what do you want to see? And he's like, "Let's go to Parazzi." I'm like, oh yeah, baby, let's go to Parazzi. But
so you've had an opportunity to walk around at the 2018 SHOT Show, 40th year anniversary of the show.
Great?
You know, that speaks
I think
a lot.
I've done 30 of them. So wow, I know you're not that old. You know, Marty is only like 28.
I'm pretty damn old. So. I think I've probably got a couple of years on you. So, what have you seen? What's caught your eye? What's interesting? We haven't had a chance to leave the booth, so tell us what's cool.
This is kind of a line extension year. You know, I see a lot of, this is just like last year's gun, except it has fins and racing stripes. But there's a couple of things, and there's an optical thing that I thought was like a magic. It's from Axion Optics.
Axion.
And I've been talking to them as they research through it. You say, okay, imagine you put a little lens in front of your scope. And let's say you sight in at 100 yards, and you pop the lens up, it gives you a 200-yard zero. Or if you get a bigger one, you pop it up, you get a 300-yard zero.
I've heard about this.
And I'm looking at it, and they gave me the engineer like a few weeks ago to talk to. He talked to me for 45 minutes. I understood the word light and complicated.
And pop up.
Which was the word that you spit out, right?
Yeah. But at first I was thinking, well, this is a gimmick. And then, which unfortunately I can't say on the air, they told me exactly who's using it.
Okay.
And I'm like...
So some legit people.
It's not a gimmick.
I gotcha.
You would recognize the people. You would recognize the shot. It is like magic.
That's cool.
You lose a little light transmission. You can't add a piece of glass in front without losing it.
Yeah.
But what they said to me is they say, so you lose 2%. Let's say you're sighted at 500 yards. Let's say you pop it up, you're sighted at 1,000 yards. Do you think that's useful? Like, oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
But here's the amazing thing.
If you can see it, you can hit it. It doesn't have to be crystal clear necessarily. If you can see it, you can hit it.
You don't have to dial it up. Worse, you don't have to hold it over. And I said, well, okay, this magic stuff, right? How much are you charging for it, like for consumers?
Yeah.
They're like, sub $100. Like,
what?
Seriously?
No, what?
So can I get like a 6-pack?
Axiom.
A 6-pack.
Because think about it, you got...
It's like a keg of that.
Yeah, you got an aim point, right?
Yeah.
You got an aim point. Let's say you zero at 50. You're doing a 3-gun match or something like that. Aim point, you zero it at 50. You got a lens in front of it. You pop the lens at 0 at 150. So you don't have to think.
Just
what
like
you have
that,
to do is
boom.
put the red, and because it's on the other side of the red dot, it's not like a magnifier in the rear, which is going to bump
That
the
is
dot
magic.
up.
This is perfect for the Marine Corps.
Now that you mention it, but that's the kind of stuff I love, where there's like one inventor who spent all his time.
Innovation.
We
love innovation.
Me too.
He says, well, imagine it like a periscope in a submarine. What?
Okay.
But, that was something that caught my eye because, it's something
Neat.
people can afford. One other, I want to mention, there's not that many women firearms designers, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's just not. And,
It's a fact. Yeah.
I ran into a
I don't know of
couple
any.
of women. No.
I don't even know of one.
I'm sure there's some
Amazingly,
out there.
It's 2 women run a firearms company in California. It's called Bishop Ammunition and Firearms. And, I happened to run into them, and they're like, we hear you're looking for a 458 SOCOM bolt-action rifle. Said, I've been looking for like 6 months for one, but there's an issue with the magazines. Using AI standard magazines, the round is too short. And there's all kinds of feeding problems. She goes, don't worry, I solved that problem. It's all fixed. I'm like, seriously? She goes, patent pending. And she shows me this rifle. It's 16-inch barrel.
Okay.
It weighs sub 8 pounds, 458 SOCOM in a Magpul stock. Literally, you could shoot anything on the planet up to and including a garbage truck and stop it stone dead.
Garbage.
And she said, what I
And the
built
mags
here,
work.
what she did is she designed a shim in the back to push the round forward, designed a plastic polymer shim in the front so the round doesn't nosedive, and then redesigned and patented a follower for an AI magazine to bump the round up.
And she did all this.
She did all. I said, I don't
Nice.
understand why I haven't heard of you. And she goes, well, we don't market. And she goes, here's my 3-gun AR, 6 pounds. She threw it to me. I caught it. I'm like, 6 pounds?
Nice.
How'd you do this? And she goes, we machine titanium. We have all these like titanium proprietary parts. I'm
For
like, wait a
those
minute,
of you
wait a
that
minute.
don't know, that's really hard to do.
It is.
That's not a fun metal to work with.
It has got to be the hardest thing to do.
But it's light.
It
Yeah.
is super
Yeah.
light. I said,
Inexpensive.
it is.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, yeah. I said, well, okay, what's your MSRP on your 3-gun rifle? And she goes, I don't know, like $1,900.
Wow.
I said,
With titanium.
Wow.
with titanium. And
That's
she goes,
unbelievable.
oh, we've got scopes. It's German glass made over in like Japan or over there. And she goes, they're great. We designed the reticle. We designed everything on this scope, a 3-gun scope, 1 to 6. And she goes, it's okay. I said, price. She's $399. I'm like, who are you?
It's titanium scope too?
No, but it's
Oh, okay.
super light.
Here's my biggest. Is she married? She's single.
Yeah. She's got to be taken.
But to me, I was absolutely amazed.
And what's the name of that company again? Let's give them a plug here.
Bishop Ammunition and Firearms.
Out of California too.
Out of
I mean, that's something I love to hear too. Not only is it a woman, female-based company, but they're out of California.
And she's retired.
California.
She's a retired veteran. She was 20 years in the military lawyer.
That's amazing.
And then also a combat MP.
Yeah.
And she said all I ever wanted to do, she was apparently her relatives were from West Virginia. They ran whiskey and guns in Ireland and ran guns. And that's her. She said,
I got to get her on the show.
Blood.
We got to get her on the show. That's going to be awesome.
It is brilliant design work.
That is awesome.
I said, how long have you been doing this? She said, 11 years. Why haven't I heard of you?
Wow.
Just by the titanium parts. I mean, how many titanium parts are floating around out there for ARs?
Not many at all. Yeah.
But I mean, to
that's
me,
because no one wants
that.
to work with it. It's too hard to work with. Yeah.
It eats your tools.
That's right.
It destroys the tooling, and secondly, about every third one breaks.
Right, and just the R&D on that, you're wasting a lot of materials just to get the part right. You know, that's tough to do.
So to me, I mean, that's what SHOT Show is. When you find people like that, and their booth is actually a little bit smaller than this
They're
table.
probably in the basement, aren't they, too?
No, they're in the hallway. They couldn't afford the basement.
We got to get her.
Like I say, they usually shove all the innovative people down in the basement. Yeah.
Well, this time the basement got full, so they shoved the innovative people in a hallway.
In a hallway.
And they're all the way down at the end of the hallway in this little bitty booth. I'm like,
man.
You know, this is the coolest thing I've seen at the shop.
Probably not for long.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to be doing some pretty amazing stuff.
I commissioned one of the 458 bolt guns.
Nice.
And I even, a couple of days ago, I asked her, I
Is that
said,
your Africa gun you're going to take?
Yeah. I said, can I have a forward-mounted scope? And she goes, give me 48 hours. And then when I saw her today,
sure.
She said, I got it, man. I got the solution. I can do the
She
scope.
started crunching the numbers as soon as he asked in her head.
Literally figured out
give me
how to
48
machine it. And she goes, let me explain how I'm going to do it. I said, no. You don't need to explain anything. I trust you. You know, you're going to machine this mount exactly right. And she goes, yeah, it took a little drawing, it took a little sketching, it took a little work and stuff, but it's 100%.
This is what I love about America. It's so full of awesome people.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And
but it gives them the opportunity to realize, you know, the thoughts and dreams that they have in their head, you know?
Yeah. And the cool thing about SHOT Show, like you mentioned, you find those gems here.
You
know?
do.
And you find them in the hallway of all places.
It's
crazy.
You know, you walk around and you see the big guys. I mean, everybody knows Ruger and everybody knows Remington, but that's not where the future comes from.
Right.
You know, the future comes from the guys in the basement, with the women in the hallway. Mm-hmm. They're what drives
the
design.
people that are hungry, and they don't have a board of directors to answer to or anybody else. They do whatever they want.
Kind of like Kel-Tec.
Yeah, kind of like Kel-Tec.
Yeah. Innovative companies like Kel-Tec. Yeah.
But, you know, you look at some of them, and you can. A few years back, when I saw the guys from Boberg, you know, who built that little 9mm
I remember
pistol,
that. Yeah.
And I talked to the inventor. He's so proud, and he goes, the only problem is you got to put axle grease in it, and it gets all over your hands, and you can't get it off. I'm like, dude, that's pretty much a deal breaker for people.
Yeah.
And then he sells it to Gordon Bond at Bond Derringer, and Gordon spends 2 years trying to figure out how to get rid of the damn grease, and he does.
Yeah.
You know, and he's
Gordon's one of those innovators, man.
Yeah. He sits around and thinks
Bond
about
Arms
stuff.
Yeah.
He showed me something today.
Very cool stuff.
The future at Bond Arms. He says, you want to see the future? And I probably shouldn't tell you. But
no, you should.
He didn't tell me that I shouldn't. He goes, he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out one of his 2-shot Derringers that's 1/2 inch wide and made out of unobtainium. It doesn't weigh anything. I said, wowie zowie. It doesn't weigh anything and it's flat. I said, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. He goes, this production prototype.
What caliber was he going to be doing?
In 38, but he's going to have it in interchangeable barrels. He's going to come out with a whole line of other barrels that fit in it. And he goes, it's a wallet.
What he's known for.
It's a wallet gun. Stick it in your back pocket. It's dead flat. And he goes, hey, you only got 2 shots, but they're too compelling.
Do you
shots.
blow it up or something? Is that? It's just flat, huh? That's cool.
Like, that's pretty cool, man. You know, it's an inflatable gun.
Comes with a nozzle, yeah.
I love Gordon too, man. He's another great guy. He's always got good ideas and Bond Arms.
I like that about it. And the other thing too is he's relentlessly committed to quality.
Yes.
You know,
his
only
Derringers
builds good
are
stuff.
Tanks, man. Solid. I mean, you take it to battle with you.
I shot a snake with one. It turned out it died. So when he said it's a snake slayer, turns out it worked. You know?
It did what he advertised, right? Yeah.
But isn't this fun? I mean,
this is great. Yeah, I mean, that's what this show's about.
It's great being around gun people too.
Yes.
You know, because
like-minded individuals.
It reminds me that we're the majority culture.
We are.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I hate it the fact that most people are like, well, you're just a minority. No, you don't understand. We're the majority.
Yes.
You're the minority.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, from what I understand, SHOT Show is one of the biggest, not just gun-related or outdoor-related shows. It's one of the biggest conventions in the world.
It is.
It's like somewhere in the top 5, I think, even. Yeah.
So, and I always like it.
What does that tell you?
Also on the NRA show, I love it because there's always these counter demonstrators, and there's like 11 of them, you know. Yeah. They're all wearing matching T-shirts. Yeah. You know? It's like, you're so sad. Get a life.
Yeah. So what's next on your agenda here? Who else do you want to go see? Heard about anything else?
Not yet. I want to. You know what? I base everything on what am I willing to buy.
Yeah.
That's the standard. I mean, you look at it and you go, that's really cool. They're like, you want one? You're like, no, actually, no. It's, no, a polymer frame striker fired pistol. Who would have thought of that? But, I'll buy the 458 SOCOM. There's a couple other things. Bizarrely, a guy bought a bicycle today to my internet feed.
What?
A bicycle. Yeah. They hold up the little whiteboard and they say, bicycle. I'm like, okay.
This is a gun show.
This is a gun
got
show.
Bicycles, okay.
So he's got a cop bicycle. It's an electric bicycle that he makes for police departments.
Okay.
It's a tank of a bike. It's got like a siren and lights. I said, can I buy this?
It's probably super lightweight or something, yeah.
Dude, if I get pulled over by a bicycle, I quit.
I quit. Yeah.
He says they can get up to 50 miles an hour for a little bit on the electric thing. Would that be embarrassing?
Exactly, yeah.
The guy on the bike's like, pull it over, bud. Pull it over.
I'm handing over my license and I'm lifting it from here on out. Yeah.
That's what you get for buying a Prius.
Exactly. So what's new on the horizon for Michael Bane? What do you got coming up show-wise? I know you go to, you do all these exotic hunts, and what do you got coming up that you're really pumped about, man?
Hopefully Africa in June for Cape Buffalo with a 4570 Marlin guide gun. Ooh. So you got to get up close, so that then you'll be
look
scared.
Them in the eyes.
Yeah. Fancy.
It's looking forward to that. They can always fall apart at the last minute, but this one seems to be inching toward actually happening.
Nice.
Hopefully next year I'm going to be off the record, but that's okay.
Off the record.
Hopefully I'm going to be working with Joe Montaigne on a new show.
That'll be great. I hope that works out.
Personal guns and everything like that.
Oh, very
it's kind
cool.
of the next step up.
Yeah.
And
I just like saying that name, Joe Montaigne.
Sounds good. It looks good. It looks good on the Star.
Sounds like a guy you want on your team for sure.
He sounds like a gun guy.
He's Rossi on Criminal Minds.
Rossi.
He solves every serial killer in the entire world.
Right.
I mean, that'll be fun. Any of those kind of things fun. I'm trying to. I know you've been working on it a little bit too. I want to be better with a precision rifle. You're okay, but with a precision rifle, and the next thing you're around people who are really good, and you like crawl back in a hole because you're like, oh man.
But at the same time, it helps you. It really makes you understand what you can actually accomplish with a long gun like that.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And one of the great advantages that I have, and you have with the show, is you get to be around people who are truly profoundly good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it allows you to look at your standards and say, I thought I was okay, but what I need to do is get on the range and pull a trigger. More.
Yeah. So I mean, we get to meet great people like Charlie Melton.
Absolutely.
He just had the world's longest rifle shot.
That's really cool.
That guy knows what he's doing. We had Jim Irwin on here. Former Delta Force sniper.
The Kraken.
Like the Kraken. Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, you should. And the great thing about being in media is you can say, I want to do something, and nobody says, are you crazy? They just go like, well, yeah.
It's like, okay.
FTW Ranch in Texas. It's 13, 14, 15,000 acres. They're basically, they call themselves a training facility for long-range hunters. They only have a couple of instructors, 3 instructors, and anybody can be an instructor there. You just have to have a very specific resume, and the resume needs to say scout, sniper, deployment on the ground, scout, sniper, instructor. Right. That's all. 3 bullet points.
That's easy.
And you get to be there. And so those guys are they're good beyond any rational concept of when they call wind. It's like juju stuff, right?
Right.
They're like looking, they're going like, and they twitch and they do this and they scratch their head and they go 4.5 mils left. What just happened?
How did that happen? Yeah.
Or when I've gone through the training with them, they're like, what do you see? I say, I see 2.5 mils left, and they're like, oh, Michael.
Oh, Michael. Bless your heart.
Bless
so
your
cute.
heart. You're trying to read the wind off the grass that's moving.
Peeps the cheeks. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and he's like, why aren't you reading it off the Mirage? I'm like, excuse me? And he goes, the Mirage. I said, I don't see any Mirage. And he goes, look through the spotting scope, blink, cut your eyes left, and the last thing you see is the Mirage. I'm like, no, that's ghost stuff. The last thing you see is Patrick Swayze.
That's my cataract. That's not, what are you talking about?
But they're great guys. They built a special facility for the SEALs because they wanted to teach wind. So they have a raised platform. It's about like 20, 30 feet across.
Right.
It's raised off the ground. And you have out to 2,000 yards with steel on a 360-degree circle.
Now, is this open to civilians?
Yeah. You can go out there, and they're
That's
the
awesome.
nicest guys in the world. They're brilliant instructors. They actually have a kitchen on facility. They're really good, food, and the bar opens at 6. Which
Even
is
better, yes.
These are seals.
That's important.
Of course, the bar.
Yeah,
opens
that is
at
important.
6,
Yeah.
But the advantage to go out to a place like that,
6 a.m. and p.m.
You kind of get that feeling sometimes. They do exotic hunting and stuff out. It's like if you have a $25,000 check in your pocket and you want to whack some goat. That's
the place to go. Yeah,
I mean, it's a goat that looks like your grandfather. He's got all the beard and weird hair. His horns, maybe like your grandfather.
It could be.
Hey, I resemble that comment.
He looks a lot like you. Now that you mention it,
as a matter of fact, Chad, as we speak.
But I'm always looking for an excuse to go back out there and spend time with those guys because you do nothing but get better.
Yeah.
Plus, they have a safari trail where animals pop up, pop out. Drop out of the trees.
That sounds like a great place, man. We got to check. It's in Texas.
Texas, right on the border.
There you go.
Everything's right on the border.
Right on the border.
Hill country. And it's rugged. I mean, it's hill country and it's serious country.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is, as they said to me the first time I went out there, they said it looks like Afghanistan, and that's why we have a lot of friendly people here. Like, I get it.
So you've been doing this. You said that one TV show. 17, 18 years.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the industry? How long have you been doing this?
Oh, gosh.
And there's a point why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's probably late. Actually, I helped start USPSA in the late 70s.
Okay.
And I grew up in Tennessee. I grew up hunting. But I stumbled into practical shooting in Colonel Jeff Cooper in the late 70s, and all of a sudden I'm on the bus.
Right.
And the bus is just like taking off, and I'm like, sure, I'm here.
Bus is turning into a jet. Yeah.
So essentially, I've been in the industry since then, since the late 70s.
So since that time, as far as innovation, from that time to now, what's something that just really stands out in your mind over the years? Like, this really changed the industry.
How about some innovation that has stood the test of time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to think it's boring. Glock.
No, not at all.
I absolutely agree with that.
I remember
on board with that,
I remember the very first Glocks came into the country. Bill Rogers, who runs, of course, Rogers Shooting School in LJ, Bill called me up and he goes, "Why don't you drive up to Jacksonville? I want to show you something new." And I went up to Jacksonville, and they had reps from Glock there, and he's like, "Check this out.
Yeah,
it's a plastic pistol." I'm like, "Where's the hammer?" He goes, "It doesn't have a hammer." I'm like,
how's it work?
Okay,
it's magic.
It really was, because it's something we hadn't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen aluminum frame guns, but I mean, H&K had done the VP70 with a polymer frame, but the Glock was the real deal.
Yeah.
And talk about standing the test of time. I still tell people today is if you're introducing a striker-fired polymer frame pistol, the first words out of your mouth is you need to explain your value proposition over a Glock 19.
Yeah.
Why would I buy this gun over a Glock? Glock 19 is my EDC. It's everybody's EDC.
Same here. Yeah. Well, actually, it's a 19X now.
Yeah. Oh, hey, 19X. But
to
me, that's a piece of innovation that it changed everything. The
did.
ballpark changed completely after that. And ironically, I think what we're seeing now is an innovation in optics. The combination of electro and optics.
Yes. Yeah.
The very first aim point, I bought the first aim point in 1983, and I paid dearly for it.
Bet.
It was really a piece of crap. It was like this little bitty tiny tube with this little bitty dot. And I put it on my 3-gun rifle.
But
which
at
was
the time,
Mini 14. I put it on there, and I can hit 300-yard targets quick.
Wow, yeah.
You throw it up, there's a dot, and that changed.
The evolution of the red dot.
Think about all the military rifles right now with red dots on them. They all came off that, and people laughed at it.
How about this? How about where night vision has come? Even just in the last 5 years, it's affordable now. First of all, SIG just came out with that little. It's almost like the size of an EOTech or something like that, but it's a thermal optic.
The thermals,
it's sub $2,000 MSRP. That's amazing.
And I think once that level of thermal hits $1,000, hits $999.
Oh man,
it's going to go through the ceiling.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I know you guys have seen military thermal.
Oh yeah,
and it is. I tell people it's magic, and they go like, "No." I said, "No, seriously,
it is.
It's like the movies." Yeah,
it is. It's like the movies.
It's like you think,
know. and they're it's still military only.
Yeah.
It still has. I've seen some tiny.
But that's where
military
everything
thermals.
starts in the military, and then it works its way down to the
it's
civilian
surprising
market.
how much. I mean, I think that whole push to combine optics with electro, and SIG's on it like electro optics. As they're moving together. I know Swarovski's coming out with a scope that I swear you throw it into the room. It finds the target, orients itself, blazes the target.
You just
and
let it off the
back
leash
and
and it
shoots the
goes.
gun,
It'll retrieve your kill for you and everything.
In a couple of years, you're going to see that. You're going to see, for example, the Burris Eliminator is just the baby steps of a scope that ranges, a scope that really figures all those things out
all
as
in
it does
one.
now. I mean, look at a Kestrel. Look at the kind of information that's that's another kind of revolutionary concept. The fact that you have this handheld weather station that can tell you more about ballistics than 10 people could 10 years ago.
That's right. Yeah,
and you don't even
a lot of paper and pencil.
All that math. It's just like solution. Dunk.
Yeah.
And to me, those are the kind of things that change the way. And it also saves a lot of soldiers' lives.
And we're starting to see a lot of integration with smartphones into your rifle systems now.
It feels so weird to be lying on a precision rifle with your phone next to you.
Yeah, with your smartphone.
You're like typing things into the AB program. Like applied ballistics is like, okay, my phone's doing this, and I got a call. I'll be right back.
Stand by.
But I love that innovation.
Hang on, baby. I got to make a shot real quick.
Hold my breath. It's good.
Hold on, I got dinner. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm working on dinner here, baby.
Yeah. Tacos are good. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I got to make the shot. I got to go.
What do you think in rifle? I mean, in innovation, what would you guys say single biggest rifle innovation's been the last 30
Kel-Tec
years?
RDB.
I was going to say
or the
Kel-Tec
CMR 30 or
is that
Kel-Tec.
a Kel-Tec logo on your shirt?
It is. It is. No, that's kind of what we're known for is the innovation, and we're proud of that. And to be honest with you, people ask me, why we do stuff and the way we do, and the honest answer is that George isn't trying to push the envelope. He just designs and builds things that he wants to put in his safe. And then, of course, we all get to benefit from that, So it's not like an intentional thing. We're not trying to compete with somebody else or make something so outlandishly different that it's not usable. So all of our products are super fun to shoot. They're in high demand all the time. And again, it just comes right out of George's head. He just wants to have fun making guns, and here they are.
Wait. I just have to say this. I'm so sorry. Do I have to drink my own urine?
No. You have to.
No, you say that.
No, explain that because it's hilarious.
No, you have to drink my urine. Because a lot of bottles of it back there.
Our listeners may not understand what that reference means.
Kel-Tec ran an ad, and the ad said for those who drink their own urine or something like that.
But the small text says if they had to. So
I'm okay with it as long as you have an orangeade flavor.
Okay, so it makes me sterile and I like the taste. No, I'm kidding. No, so
I've been drinking a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, we came up with a gun called the RDB S model. It's a survival model. It's a really short, compact, 5-pound gun. It's chambered in 5.56, 1 in 7 twists. So I mean, you can. It's still got a 16-inch barrel, adjustable gas system. So it was meant to go in a backpack.
Great pack gun.
Yeah, it's just a pack gun. Yeah, so it's, the survival model is what it was. Now, the ad itself, to get this on the record, I never approved of the ad. Our ad agency came up with it. Yeah. But it goes through myself, and then we've got a guy, Matt, who does all our media stuff, and then Derek is our boss, and he's the son of the owner. So everyone else approved of the ad. I never did like it. But what happened was, I went to Derek's office, my boss's office, last second. Said, "Listen, please do not run this ad. I'm gonna get so much hate because I'm the face of the company. As unfortunate as that may be to some people.
I mean, look around the booth. There's Chad everywhere.
Yeah. And so I told him, I'm just going to get beat up nonstop if you guys put this out. And not only that, but they put a guy on the cover that's got a gray beard and everything. So
it kind of looked a little like
a lot of people thought it was me. So he did pull it. And he's like, okay, we'll pull it. But unfortunately, the ad agency had already submitted it. So it got out because we actually are using the same ad, but we're changing the wording. Now, all of that said, out at range day or media day, guy came up and he goes, "Hey, I want to shoot the P gun." Yeah. And I'm like, "Really, dude? Come on, I'm going to beat up for this." And he goes, "What? What's the problem?" And I'm like, "Well, I never really approved of that ad." And he goes, Dude, you guys are killing it right now.
Genius.
Everyone is talking about Kel-Tec in that ad.
I believe it doesn't matter what kind of publicity is, as long as it's publicity.
Yeah. But it turned out this was good publicity.
It did. It turned out okay. We did pull the ad and we did change it. Now the commercial was super funny because the tagline is the same thing. For those that drink their own urine, and then the guy looks at the camera, and he's got this suit, and he's an ex-special forces guy. Looks at the camera with this super tough, badass look, and it says, "If you had to." It's really funny because he just finished emptying out his canteen. But,
that's hilarious.
That rocks.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just as an aside, we're all lucky to be able to spend time with people like special forces people.
Sure.
Yesterday, I spent a bunch of time with Tig Teagan, who was
great.
the lead CIA guy. And I asked him what he regretted.
13-hour movie, yeah.
So what'd you regret? And he goes, I waited 2 minutes before I disobeyed direct order.
Yeah.
And he goes, I never should have waited 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you disobeyed a direct order.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that says everything you need
all
to know.
about your character, man.
Thank God he did. Yeah, and those boys,
Tonto, Boone,
all those guys. They're incredible guys, and the fact that we get to meet them.
I know. I spend this whole show meeting heroes. Those are our... we all had superheroes when we were a kid or whatever. You become an adult, now these guys are our superheroes.
And
to
they
me,
are.
yeah,
They
absolutely.
Are. And just to be able to sit down and talk
We're blessed to
them,
be able to talk to those
Absolutely.
guys and have them on the show and just have them just be regular guys. I mean, they're regular guys, regular
absolutely.
people.
They're regular guys who found something inside themselves beyond what most people can ever find.
Oh, absolutely.
And I stand in awe of that. Just
Me
in
too.
awe.
Me too.
And I do that with you. I am so blessed to have I'm serious to have you on the show, Michael. I appreciate you taking the time, being on the show with me. It was a treat. I mean, it was like one of the highlights of my career when we were down in Florida and we got to take that class together. I mean,
we had a
you
good
can ask
time.
you can ask my wife. I mean, I didn't stop talking about it for months.
We got paired together. You and I were the pair.
Yes, we were. We were quite the pair.
A motley pair.
We were.
I believe when they graded the entire class, we were marked absent.
That's just that's Mikey's sense of humor there for you.
Yeah, it's
nice.
I'm going to put Marty with Michael. That would be hilarious.
So we can point and laugh.
Right. We had a great time, though.
We did have a great time.
It was a good time.
Some things like that don't work, but that just rocked. Everything that we did.
And it's things like he did that. That's innovative in our industry, too. You don't see companies doing that.
I mean, it's interesting. The Israelis are fighting constantly. Mm-hmm. And they, everything they do is tied to the very fact that they're at war every single day.
Yeah.
I was in Tel Aviv in a taxi cab, and I asked the guy, I said, just out of curiosity, how does one live one's life knowing that 30 miles away there's 1 million people who want you to die?
Right.
And he's like, you get used to it.
But that's it. I mean, if that's all you know, and we take that for granted. I mean, we can't fathom what they go through every single minute of their lives.
Knowing that rockets are going to fall down on you, or knowing that when I went to the IWI factory, one of the things that struck me, you're walking up and down the production lines and you're talking to people, and the people making guns, one of the things they all referenced, they had pictures, spouses, sons, daughters, everybody had somebody in the Israeli Defense Forces. When they're making guns, they're not making guns for us to buy. They're making guns for their
survival
daughter to use.
Yeah.
And it's a different kind
of
vibe.
They're making a gun to help their loved ones survive. So there's a whole nother level of
another level of heart put into
it. Pride.
Yeah.
You don't want to make a mistake
Quality.
with your son that's going to die because of it.
Yeah.
And they pride themselves on not making that mistake. Once again, it's one of those places you go to that's inspiring.
Sure.
You say, wow, this is, you guys live in a hard world and you do an amazing job.
Adapting and overcoming.
A country the size of New Jersey.
Yes.
And they've got, everybody around, all the other countries around them trying to kill them.
They're fighting a hemisphere worth of bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
they're all trying to kill them.
Yeah.
What's funny is we went to, and I know I'm running over
completely
here,
surrounded.
But
this is. I'll take you as long as you want to talk, brother.
we went to one from the 1948 War of Liberation. We went to an underground ammunition factory. It was under a bakery, so you couldn't smell the fact that they were making 1 million rounds of 9mm a month.
Genius.
And while we were under there, it's a little tiny thing, and they had a little
The
range,
smell of
and,
liberty.
you know. and somebody
Cupcakes,
said,
bread.
if America ever bans guns, you'll see millions of these,
Oh,
millions
for sure.
of them. And they were making literally 1 million rounds of 9mm a month.
Wow.
You know, in this little tiny room underneath a bakery, and you're like, holy cow.
24/7 nonstop. Yeah. Wow.
And the way they funded it, the same people making the ammunition started a laundry, and they took in laundry from the British soldiers who were hunting them.
Wow.
And they cleaned their uniforms and gave it back to them. So I thought
That's
that
amazing.
rocks.
That is cool.
So I'll shop blather. I do blather, as you well know.
No,
Love
this is
it.
great, man.
Absolutely
You're
love it.
perfect. You're perfect for my show because that's what we do on this show.
Mhm.
Talking
Blather's
lead, we blab lead, and all things thereof. But man, again, it was a pleasure having you on. Thank you for
Thank
taking
you
the
so
time.
much for having me,
Look
Marty.
forward to having you on again sometime.
I'd be
in the
happy
near
to be
future.
on. And
As you get new projects that are unraveling, make sure you come back and let the Leadhead Nation know about them, man.
And I promise you, the next time an invitation floats in for FTW, I'm going to say, have you reached out to that Talking Lead guy and his dummy that sits next to him?
Awesome.
Make sure that you're there. We'll shoot some long range stuff.
And one more time, give everybody all your TV shows and
Let's see,
podcasts.
Michael Bane, Shooting Gallery every Wednesday night on Outdoor Channel. Best Defense every Wednesday night. Gun Stories with Joe Montanius premiering in November. #1 show on
soon.
Outdoor Channel.
Yes.
Shootout Lane, the Jerry Mitchell reality
Yes.
show. Downrange TV. You see all my the Downrange podcast goes out
Boom,
every
boom.
Wednesday morning with video.
Nice.
And I also sing, dance, and do bar mitzvahs.
And he's a sharp dresser too, as our live crew
Yes,
can
he
see.
is.
What do you think?
What do you think, Pepper?
Very dapper.
Yeah, I like it.
Definitely.
Nice.
I have a green check tie. It's glowing, but it's exactly the green of the Talking
Lead green
Lead T-shirt.
Talking Lead green, baby. Absolutely, I love it. Guys, that wraps up day 2 for the 2018 SHOT Show from the Leadquarters here at the Kel-Tec booth. We'll be back tomorrow with even more interviews.
All right, Tactical Walls are buddies. I guess these are the right ones.
Tactical, yeah, you're good. Your Top Gun.
Yes. Yeah. Just grab him literally by his tie and drag him over here. Yeah. Thank you. This is like the highlight of the show for me.
All right, guys, welcome back to the 2018 SHOT Show,
markers.
the 40th
Thanks, dude.
anniversary. What happened?
He brought us markers.
Oh, sweet. We can mark our stuff up now. We are broadcasting from the official Leadquarters of the 2018 SHOT Show. That'd be the Kel-Tec crew, ladies and gentlemen, hosting Talking Lead this year. And we're kicking off day 3, like I said. And what a way to kick it off. We've got with us Alex with VANQUEST, one of Talking Lead's newest sponsors.
Thank you, Lefty.
Thanks for coming in, Alex. We just did a live broadcast with Kel-Tec. It was on your Facebook page.
Yes, sir.
So you guys go back and check out Kel-Tec's Facebook page for that live demonstration that Alex did with. Tell us about the bag.
Yes, it's our new Marcor 45 backpack. It's a backpack that we've had in development for close to 2 years, and we've been really happy and very glad to get it debuted here at SHOT Show 2018. We've been getting a lot of input from our customers, which is what we use for our R&D, in terms of the larger style backpacks that they want to see.
Sure.
Something that's more along as a multi-role, hiking, backpacking, also for hunting.
Perfect
gear
for
carry
hunting.
backpack.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, based on that, we spent that time to get it right. Make sure that the shoulder system works good, that the adjustable yoke fits most body length torsos, and also that there's a high level of functionality in our gear. So, along with that backpack, we have various features, which you can see in the Facebook Live video.
It's feature rich.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about those for the people listening at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to start off, it is a 45-liter backpack. It's a full, essentially a clamshell opening type design. And on the outside, it features a beaver tail that can be removed and also reversed. The beaver tail has 2 modes to it. There's what we call a sport mode, which has elastic webbing lacing across the front of it,
right.
So you can slip on like a jacket or any kind of small item on there and tighten it down. But you can remove the panel, flip it around, and there's a tactical mode, which has a laser cut MOLLE panel.
Tactical, that's us.
Yes. It also has a loop field on there for patches. That same pocket can also be opened to use as a map pocket, or you can put a SAPI plate on the inside as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And as I demonstrated it in the video earlier, that same beaver tail panel folds down, and another feature that we include with it is what we call our beaver dam.
Your beaver dam.
Yeah, the beaver dam, which the dam means durable arms management.
Nice.
So,
the damn beaver, Jansen.
I like it.
Also joining us, Jansen Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice
Great
to meet you.
Yep.
So the beaver dam.
Yes. Yes. So yeah. So the beaver dam, basically the ends, the top of the beaver tail, they fold and connect to each other. So then that way you can basically run a rifle buttstock or just a rifle on the outside of the pack, and the buttstock is supported by the beaver dam system.
Yeah. The damn beaver system.
Exactly. but it's actually very functional.
Awesome.
The backpack will come with retention straps on the inside, so then that way you can retain the rifle either on the inside or in the outside of the back.
Or you could have 2 rifles.
Yeah, that's correct. You can carry like an even smaller one,
which
on the
we
inside.
did in the demonstration. We had the full size KSG. What's the full size called?
25.
The KSG 25.
Yep.
And then we had the new RDBS, which is their survival series of the RDB. Fits nice inside there. Plenty of room, zipped up perfect. So we were carrying a shotgun.
Yes.
We had the 12 gauge, and then we had the 5.56. The 223.
Yeah, and it's actually quite amazing. It's pretty awesome. That shotgun is gorgeous. But again, you can just totally fit any kind of gear you need to carry with you in the Mercor 45. We've put lots and lots of time and effort.
So you're recommending this as like a 3-day pack? Is that?
Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely a 3-day pack. It could be even set up for other purposes like urban search and rescue, a large bug-out bag or hiking pack.
Right.
We've spent a lot of time putting in a lot of features. As you know, all of our gear is feature-rich.
Would make a great 3-gun pack, Jansen.
Yeah. I think so too. It definitely would. Being able to carry all your gear plus ammo on the inside.
The ammo, the kit, all your different holsters.
That's correct.
The whole rig system. So it would make a great 3-gun pack.
Yeah. The inside has our combination MOLLE air panel, so it's MOLLE and Velcro in one.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you have the best of both worlds. Plus, you can even carry an armor plate on the inside, which also the area doubles as a hydration compartment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic backpack.
Have you tested the size of plates that you can put in there? Is there a limit on that?
As it is right now, I don't really recall right now, unfortunately, but there are plates that would definitely be able to fit in there.
Oh, yeah.
Soft plates, and I think within the general specs that we'll have available soon.
Yeah, very cool. And that pack is called?
It's called the Mercor 45.
The Mercor, and this is fresh out.
Yes, it's brand
you guys
new.
didn't have this over Christmas, dadgummit.
Yeah.
I would have had that with all the other ones that I got.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but we are going to have it available in May, and our price point on that is going to be $270.
$270, not bad.
Yeah. And we've been getting lots of great feedback from visitors at our booth.
It's a beautiful pack, man.
Thank you. Again, 2 years of development on it, but we're excited to get it out. And once people get it in their hands, we know they're going to love it.
Absolutely. And then you had another pack also.
Yeah.
Is this a new feature also?
Yes. Well, it's it's the upgrade to our original Ibex 30 backpack, a 30-liter backpack that was fully padded. The new Ibex 35 features a completely new back panel shoulder strap system, actually just like the one on the Mercor.
Right.
We've implemented that, so it's adjustable for torso length. We've upgraded the MOLLE in the sides to our Hypalon MOLLE, and the interior also shares the MOLLE Air Velcro MOLLE attachment system, just like on the Mercor. So we've implemented some of that into the Ibex 35, and we also made other improvements like the side pockets for hydration.
Right.
And now fit hydration bladders, but also regular like 1 liter Nalgene bottles without stealing internal space. And we've completely upgraded the waist belt system, so it's a fully padded belt, now form-fitting, just like the Mercor, with a pull-forward design on it. And so we'll have those out again in May. And we're looking at about $209 as the MSRP, the retail price on it, which is only about a $20 increase from the last generation IBEX 30.
Sure.
But when you see them side by side, it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So again, we're focusing on giving the best value and quality.
Do you know the weight on that?
I believe on the McCore, we're looking at about 5 pounds empty. And then with the IBEX 35, I think we were around 4.
Because it did not feel like 5 pounds at all.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say 2.
Yeah.
Seriously though, I mean it doesn't feel that heavy at all.
Yeah, and I think part of that is because
it's a big bag.
Yeah, I think part of that is because we use 1,000 denier cordura on the very bottom in the high wear areas, but then the rest of the bag on up is 500D cordura.
Yeah.
So it helps a little bit with the weight savings there. But overall,
it's one of those products that when you put it in your hand, you can just it's quality.
Yes,
you can
that's
feel
right.
it. Just right off the bat.
Anybody who really picks up any of VANQUEST gear stuff will always say that when you compare it to everybody else,
they pick it up, they don't put it down.
That's right. Yeah, they love it and they'll take it home.
Right. I know I was sold on it.
Exactly.
So very cool, man.
Yep.
So VANQUEST, check them out at vanquest.com.
That's right.
And occasionally you guys will run some specials.
Yeah, we do.
Especially like toward the end of the year. You Leadheads just missed a huge special during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yes.
A lot of them cashed in on it, so that was awesome. Took advantage of it. But that made room for you guys to come out with these new products. So
yeah, that's right. Well,
very cool.
We already had these in the process already, but we have a large sale towards the end of the year for Black Friday and also for year end. These are 2 big sales per year. But everybody that orders from us is always very happy. We always get 4 and 5 star rating reviews on our website, and also we work with a lot of YouTube reviewers that are independent that also review our gear, and they give us lots of great feedback, what they like, what they don't like. Mostly they like everything.
Yeah.
But we take that seriously. The customer feedback, as well as from reviewers and professionals.
I can tell you firsthand, their customer service is spot on, 100%.
Yes, we heavily focus on the CS.
Very friendly and very responsive.
Yeah.
And never leave you hanging.
Yeah, that's right. No, customers are
and the only reason I call is to tell them that I want something else or something new.
Yeah, well, we take care of you.
We're always give happy. Suggestions here and there.
Absolutely.
That's just me.
And again, we always appreciate it, Lefty.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank you again for coming.
Absolutely, thank you. Thank you for inviting me and having us here.
You guys are always welcome. So whenever
if
you got anything new on the horizon that you can talk about yet?
Well, another new product we have that's going to be a small EDC backpack is our Katara 16, which I have here, and I'll show it to you.
Oh, you do
here.
have it? Okay, nice.
I got to get to it here.
We got to take a picture of that.
Sure. And so our Katara 16 is kind of set up as a small EDC backpack, but it can convert from a double shoulder backpack to a single shoulder sling pack. The shoulder straps on the backside are completely removable, and you can set it up for left side or right side carry. Plus, it has some really great organization pockets.
Oh, that's nice.
On the front.
And I really like your gray, and of course, the contrasting color on the inside, which is synonymous with the VANQUEST bags. You got the high-vis orange in there.
Yes, that's
Love
correct.
that.
Yeah, the wolf gray and high-vis orange is kind of like our signature colors.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful combination.
Absolutely. You can also fit, small laptops or tablets. But it's also set up as a CCW bag.
It's got the Velcro on the inside that you can put your holster.
Correct. Yeah, you can put holsters or any other Velcro accessories.
Yeah, any hook and loop. Yeah,
that's right.
You can do it.
And we actually have as a kind of like a hidden pocket. But we do have a CCW friendly pocket, which is ambidextrous.
Oh, nice.
So you can basically pull open and you have.
Oh, cool.
And there's your CCW in there or any other item.
Beautiful.
So we try to think of a lot of things and like always, give the best value and quality.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So again, guys, check them out, vanquest.com. Alex, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you again, Lefty. We appreciate it. Love working with you.
You too, buddy. All right. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that line of interviews from the 2018 SHOT Show, brought to you by Kel-Tec, the official lead quarters of Talking Lead for the 2018 SHOT Show. And we're going to continue with Chris and Tim with Tactical Walls, with none other than our
Talking Lead, Facts to Fight the Myths. And I do believe Tim may have one for us.
I've got one, but I got to get running here soon, so mine's just going to be quick.
Okay.
A lot of people, we were talking about our MODWall earlier, we were talking about Lego. A lot of people believe that Lego means play well in Scandinavian or some other Swedish or whatever Denmark language it is.
Okay. I didn't know that was a real word. I thought it was just made up.
No, I think that people they believe that it means play well. But in fact, it means, ouch, that little son of a gun hurt if you step on it in the dark at night.
That is true. And they don't taste like Jolly Ranchers either.
Not even a little.
They do not pass through the bowels as easily as you think they would.
What does it take, like 7 years for it to pass Lego? Is that what it is?
Well, it just depends on what you're consuming with it at the same time.
I got you. If you're playing with your Star
Wars. It's weight
loss.
That's good fiber right there. Clean you right out on the way.
Yeah.
But Marty and Talking Lead Nation, I'm going to step out here. So I'm not even going to be around for the end of this interview. I've got to roll.
That sucks, man.
But Chris will give you his fact to fight the myth, and his is going to be way better.
Well, Tim, thank you for joining us, buddy.
So I'm glad I was able to stick in this long.
If Rob Boss ever wants to come on, let me know.
I'll let him know.
Okay. See you, buddy. Chris, you got a fact to fight the myth?
I'm not gonna lie, I struggled with this one. I did not do my homework well.
That's okay.
But if I had to kind of pull one out of thin air, I would say don't be fooled by anybody who you think might be selling tactical walls. That's not tactical walls. We are only selling it as tactical walls, and that's the only plan.
Don't be fooled by imposters. There's only one, Tactical Walls.
That's right. For better or worse.
For better or for worse. So, talk about the your social media, your contact, where people get in touch with you guys. Yep. They can order your stuff.
Yep. So you can find us on all the major socials. We're at Tactical Walls pretty much everywhere. Instagram, Facebook. We do technically have a Twitter, though I don't know why.
Because Instagram automatically posts to it now.
Exactly, just like everybody else. And then occasionally I remember it exists and I say stuff there.
Right.
And then like all the other fancy cool guys, we're on Vero now, though, again, I'm not sure why yet.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. Vero?
Yeah. You haven't seen the rush to Vero yet?
No.
Vero. It's an app. I don't know if there's even a website. But it's sort of like Instagram, only it's 100% chronological. So you actually see the things you want to see, in the order and only the people you follow, etc. So it'll be awesome until all the marketing people like myself ruin it with ads.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's probably something I will not sign up for. So don't look for Talking Lead on Vero. But you can find Tactical Walls.
I wanted another social media app like I wanted a hole in the head, but,
exactly.
That's life.
Yeah. That's crazy. Very cool. And, of course, website is tacticalwalls.com. You guys are in some retailers as well, right?
Absolutely. We're in about, give or take, 90 independent stores across the country. And then we're in the 12 biggest Cabela's have displays, and then all Cabela's can order us. Brownells, our good friends at Brownells carry us. Great people over there. But yeah, tacticalwalls.com comes right to us. And then you're welcome to call us too. 540-298-8906. Talk to a real person, ask questions. And then we try to be next level on the customer service.
Yeah. And of course, ask for Chris.
I may or may not be here.
So, and then as usual, guys, through most of our sponsors and friends of the show, there's always a little discount, little savings for you guys. So use the typical discount code LEADHEAD, and you're going to get some savings from our buddies over at Tactical Walls.
Man, I really appreciate you having me on the show. And Tim, wherever he went.
Then he just ran off. So, guys, that brings us to the end of another episode of the Talking Lead podcast. Make sure you go and support those who support this show. High Threat Concealment, Right On USA, X Steel Targets, Modern Spartan Systems, VANQUEST, Glock, Kel-Tec, 1776 United, Asymmetric Technologies, and, of course, Tactical Walls. You guys are awesome. Love your products. Still am very proud of my clock that you guys did for me.
Heck yeah, man. That looks great.
The Talking Lead Chronos. I call it the Chronos up there. Hide my Glock in my clock, right? Is that
Absolutely.
I saw some.
It's clock somewhere.
Exactly. So, guys, make sure you check them out, tacticalwalls.com, and then go to sheepdogia.org and donate there. Get some information on the Heroes Gala that's coming up. If you guys want to attend, they're still selling tickets for that. It's in Rogers, Arkansas. I can't remember the hotel, but all the information is on their website there. Lefty will be there. And you guys have an opportunity to win some awesome, well, not win, it's auction to raise money for two good charities, Hot Socks for Kids and sheepdogia.org. And then I guess I'm going to be heading to Big 3 East next week, I believe that is. So that's coming up. And then we got NRA. Check us out at the Eagle Imports booth. That's going to be booth number 5921 if you guys are coming to NRA in Dallas. We're going to be set up doing the show from there, and you never know who's going to stop by. So drop by. They're going to be giving some stuff away there at the Eagle booth, I know. But Chris, again, thank you again. Thank Tim for me for being
Absolutely.
on. And as always, lead heads, keep your loved ones close.
And keep your firearms closer in a Tactical Walls concealment furniture.
Lamp, clock, mantle, desk. What you guys got?
Shelves,
tissue,
mirrors,
tissue,
coffee table, end table, nightstand, tissue box, hide a mag. Display it like you're proud of it on MODWall. Perfect. Do it for America.
Do it for me.
Do it for Marty. Do it for Lefty. Do it for good old USA and Lefty.